The rusty swing set creaked in the wind, its mournful sound echoing through the deserted streets of the abandoned village. Legend had it that the entire town had vanished overnight, leaving behind only an unsettling silence and a handful of rotting homes. But some said it was all just an illusion, a trick of the mind, while others claimed the village was cursed. Layla, a fearless adventurer with an insatiable curiosity, found herself drawn to the mystery, accompanied by her two friends, Omar, the skeptic, and Sami, the thrill-seeker. She set out to uncover the truth. As night fell, the temperature dropped, and the shadows grew long and eerie. An unnatural chill swept through the crumbling buildings, raising goosebumps on their arms. Layla felt a sudden sense of unease, like unseen eyes were watching their every move. Then they heard it, a whisper, barely audible, yet filled with an otherworldly sorrow. It seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere, weaving in and out of the trees like a phantom. As they ventured deeper into the village, the whispers grew louder, forming chilling sentences that sent shivers down their spines. "Beware. Turn back," they hissed, "or face the consequences." But Layla's determination only grew stronger. She refused to let fear dictate her actions. Suddenly, the wind picked up, swirling around them in a cold, angry vortex. Branches clawed at the sky, their gnarled fingers shaking the trees violently. The air grew thick with an icy mist that seemed to seep into their bones. And then they saw it. A towering shadow detached from the swirling darkness, gliding silently through the village. It seemed to feed on their fear and pain, growing stronger with each terrified heartbeat. In a panic, they turned and fled, racing through the narrow streets. But the shadow was relentless, always there, just beyond their vision, taunting them with its mere presence. Layla stumbled, falling to her knees. Scrambling to her feet, she turned to find Sami missing. He had vanished, leaving behind only a few drops of blood and a torn tunic. Terror surged through Layla and Omar as they realized the shadow had taken their friend. They searched frantically for Sami, calling his name until their voices were hoarse. But the only response was the mocking whisper of the wind. Just when their hope began to dwindle, Layla noticed something, a small opening in the wall leading to a tunnel. Hope surged through her. Maybe this would lead them to Sami, or at least provide shelter from the storm. As they descended into the tunnel, the oppressive atmosphere pressing down on them, they saw it, a faint glow emanating from the end of the passage. Merging out of the tunnel, they found themselves in a clearing, bathed in an ethereal light. In the center stood a weathered cottage, its windows glowing with an inviting warmth. Relief washed over them as they stepped inside, but their respite was short-lived. On the table lay an open book, its pages filled with cryptic symbols and incantations. Layla's eyes fell on a particular passage. The words burned into her memory. The shadow feeds on fear and pain, growing stronger with each passing moment. To banish it, one must confront it, using the ancient words of power. Armed with this newfound knowledge, Layla and Omar prepared to face the shadow. The battle was fierce. The shadow lashed out, its icy fingers digging into Layla's flesh, whispering insidious doubts and amplifying her fears. But she fought back, drawing strength from her determination to save Sami and her belief in the ancient ritual. As dawn broke, the shadow, weakened and defeated, retreated into the darkness from which it came. Layla and Omar emerged from the cottage, blinking against the morning light. They were battered and bruised, but alive. As they looked back at the cottage, a faint shadow lingered near the window, a reminder that the curse was not entirely broken and the shadow would return.